Good morning, I'm Sheila Umbori. Before you are Group 3 members, we are going to discuss about linguistics as a source of African history, whereby we are going to look at the introduction of linguistics, also the merits of linguistics, that is how linguistics can be used to reconstruct African history, and finally we are going to talk about the demerits of linguistics. Now to start, I'm going to start with the introduction, that is the definition of the term linguistics. Linguistics is the scientific study of the origin, structure, and changes of a language that occur in the language over a period of time. Languages do change in the vocabulary and grammar over a period of time. Such changes can tell the historian about the adoption of new ideas by people. Some languages, when studied closely, relate to each other. For example, the language that when you study them, you find that they are related. We have the language of like the Wali and Dagari, Iwe and Foni, and finally you have the Fante and Boni. One could project that those languages may have developed from a single parent language. The comparative study of such related languages can provide a useful information, and that is all about the introduction. Thank you.
My name is Sila Kerubo. I'm going to talk about branches of linguistics. There are 6 branches of linguistics. 1. Phonology. Phonology, it deals with the sound in speech and cognitive terms. Another one is phonetic. Phonetic is the study of sounds in speech and physical terms. Another one is syntax. Syntax is the study of formation and structure of sentence. The 4th one, we have semantic. Now, semantic is the study of the meaning. The last one, we have morphology. Morphology, this is the study of the formation of words. These are the 6 branches of linguistics. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Daniel Kipchirchir and I'm going to take you through some of the merits of linguistics. So under the merits of linguistics, we have the origin of ethnic group. Linguistics helps us to trace the origin of people and peopling of places. For example, the Ewe, the Akan, the Bantu, etc. Studies conducted by one linguist, Greenberg, into the origin of the Bantu and other West African languages have been helped to arrive at the conclusion that the then Bantu speakers dispersed throughout the eastern and southern African originate from the Nigerian-Cameroon border. Another merit is the confirmation of origin. Linguistic studies can help confirm or question stories of origin. Example, the EU, as against the JA stories of origin from east of Ghana. In reconstructing African history, linguistics has confirmed the establishing facts that Ius once stayed with the Yoruba at Ketu, Benin and Togo before settling in Ghana. This can be found in the language of Iu speakers in the West African countries. Thank you.
I'm Maulin Jeruto. I'm going to continue with the advantages of linguistics. One of the advantages is identification of the ethnic group. Linguistics help in identifying people into ethnic groups. For example, Ewe, Akan, Ga advantage, and etc. Indeed, language plays very key role in identifying a group of people. For instance, it is the Ewe people that speak in the Ewe language. Also, Twi is spoken by the Asantes. Another advantage is borrowing of words. Linguistics again helps to throw light on the relationships that existed between people, e.g., existence of common words which point to exchange between people otherwise not related. Also, a good example is the Akan words for political and other affairs in the Ga language. and words of Mande origin in Twi and other West Africa language. Foreign influence. Furthermore, linguistics enlightened us on the influence that have come to people from outside. For example, the existence of Portuguese words in Ghanaian language like paano, meaning bread, bokiti, meaning bucket, asopate, meaning slippers, krata, meaning paper, and preta, meaning plate. Thank you.
Hello, I'm John Wanyoike, and I'm going to take you through the next advantages. The next advantages is new idea. Linguistics helps us to show the adoption of new ideas by people with changes in vocabulary and grammar. The changes that occur in languages can be studied to tell whether there has been an adoption of new idea and general historical development. An example is the Akan word in Ga language like Anokwali and Abotali, etc. The next advantage is emergence. The next advantage is emergence from the same source. Linguistic studies of the Bantuan and West African languages have established that the ancestors of modern Bantu speakers originated from the Nigerian-Cameroon border area. The study of related languages may show that they emerged from the same source, probably a proto-language called Kwa. The next advantage is related languages. Through the study of linguistics, historians can establish whether speakers of closely related languages have a common root. For example, the Ga and Adangombe, Wali and Dagai, Hui and Fon. Professor Abena Dolfie of the University of Ghana has studied Akan languages of the Asante, Fente and Bono. She concluded that the Bono language is more related to the Fante language than any of the two of the Asante languages. This is confirmed by the oral tradition of the Fante that they started Taikin before moving to their present home. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Murid Ezekiel. Now, since we've discussed about the advantages of linguistics as a source of African history, let's now discuss about linguistics as a source of limitations of linguistics as a source of African history. Number one, it is difficulty to study. It is difficult to study and analyze a particular language if the researcher does not have knowledge about it. Linguistics is such a complex study that there is very little unanimity or agreement among even the linguists themselves on their conclusion. Another limitation is changes may not help. Linguistics cannot clearly point out the changes in language over a period of time. This can lead to misinterpretation, less or distortion of reality in history, thus making it very difficult to know the true origins or events needed by the writer. Therefore, it makes reconstruction of African history very complicated. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Wasike Valerie. I'm going to take you to the other disadvantage, which is less developed in Africa. Linguistics fell short in reconstruction of African history because as a discipline, it is less developed in Africa. Hence, it does not contribute very much like other sources in the writing of African history. That notwithstanding, in recent times, linguistics in USA is elsewhere are researching on African history.
Hello, I am Collins Kiprono and I'm going to take you through some of the limitations of linguistics in the reconstruction of African history. And as we have been told, linguistics is the study of different languages as it changes from time to time And as it reconstructs African history, it also has some limitations. It also has some limitations which make it difficult for a researcher to find out about linguistics. And one of the limitations it is that it relies on other sources of history so as it can be reconstructed. And these examples, number one is they rely on other sources, of which linguistics in most cases the historian has to largely rely on other sources for validation and collaboration of information obtained. We see different researchers, different words have been archived in different archives, and these words have been omitted, which has an important information about the cultures and the origin of our society. The other one is the coincidence in words usage. We have some words we have the same meaning with the other different languages. We can see like the Kalenjin and the Luo. We have some words they are the same and they have the same meaning, of which to make it difficult for a researcher to find out. Also, the modernization of the African race has made it difficult, as there is introduction of different languages. Like in our schools, they have introduced the Chinese, and also the English, which has made it difficult, which has also changed the cultures and the languages of our community since time immemorial. And this we see has led to a confusion in the development and the reconstruction of the African history. Also, linguistics may omit some important words which may be vital to the cultures and the origin of a community, and this may make it difficult to trace the origin of some communities and their background and also their cultural activities. I think I'll end my discussion there, and this is the end of Group 3 presentation of linguistics. Thank you.